centre-backs combining again. Move forward quickly now by Zubimendi out to the right-hand side. Jesus Navas getting forward once more, tries to link up with the goal scorer with a pass from that man Ferran Torres. Far too much power on it, and out of play goes for a goal kick. We're just seeing the automated offside, or the automated onside decision, I should say, which confirms that the goal rightly stood for Ferran Torres a good 5 minutes or so ago. It is Albania 0, Spain 1. Having taken the goal kick, Albania work the ball forward to Nedim Bakrami on the halfway line. No forward progression opportunity for him. So back they go, it's with Ivan Baliu. Pass to Ilan Dayesi. Now Strakosha. In the other match at the moment, still 0-0. That crucial tie between Croatia and Italy. Probably will not be enough for Croatia. Italy will be absolutely fine with a 0-0 scoreline. But here in our game in Dusseldorf, 1-0 to Spain, who are on course for maximum points in a group. And the last time they did that was in 2008. You know what happened then. They won their first of 3 consecutive major tournaments. Zubimendi. Ferran Torres coming off the right-hand side and plays it back to Laporte. He quickly moves it to Grimaldo. His pass, though, was not well positioned. Albania win the ball back. They're struggling to clear their lines, though. A deflection of Ayeti's clearance will result in an Albania throw, but deep in their own territory. Good pressure by Hosselu that time. Ivan Baliu preparing to take. So many connections for him. He was born in Catalonia. That's his graduation of the La Masia Academy, and he made his debut against Spain in 2017. It was perhaps only right that he plays in a major tournament for the first time against the country of his birth. The ball is on the halfway line now with Spain's Daniel Vivian, square to Laporte, who is going to try and for those through balls all night, it seems. Grimaldo and Oyarzabal combining on the left wing. Back now to Laporte. In the midfield now is Vivian, forward to Olmo. Out wide is Jesus Navas. Navas deciding that he's going to retire at the end of the year rather than the end of the season. Playing his last games for Sevilla in December. Therefore, this is going to be the last time we see him at a major tournament. A survivor of Spain's World Cup winning team from 2010. So many fresh players around him now. And to think that that was 14 years ago, and one of his squad mates, Lamine Yamal, was only born 2 years prior. Another ball slipped through to Olmo. He flicks it back in the direction of Hosselu. Good defending at the back this time by Albania. They clear, but only to the halfway line, and Spain will come again. Another ball over the top looking for Ferran Torres. Jim City is well positioned this time. Infield is Aslani. Ilga Ramadani trying to go forward looking for Ray Manai. Heavy tackle there by Mikel Merino, but play on, says the referee. Oyarzabal, and a long shot goes well wide. Dani Olmo trying his luck from a good 25 yards out. Seeing a replay of that rather hefty tackle by Mikel Merino on Ilga Ramadani. Referee thought all was fair. Not quite a quarter of the game gone yet. We're in the 22nd minute. You're listening live on the Flashcore app, on the Flashcore website. Thank you very much for joining me this evening. You're listening to Albania against Spain. The last day of Group B action. 2 more days of the group stage for our first break. And then we're on to the knockouts from then on in. Albania in possession over on the left-hand side. Nadim Bakrami trying to wriggle his way through the Spanish defence, but he can't do so. Spain win it back, and they've already found Olmo in space in the middle of the park. Olmo bursting forward. Wide now he goes to Grimaldo on the left. His cross comes in. There's a bit of a melee now in the middle of the box. Ball is worked back out to Grimaldo. Merino helping him out. His cross towards Hoslu won't find him. And Albania do enough just about to clear their lines. Have they won a free kick as well? Yes, they have. Right in the middle of their own half. And more respite for Albania, who really do have to try and get something from this game. Easier said than done, of course. But against a second string Spain, they really should be playing with a bit more belief, considering they scored against a first string Italy and got a point against the best that Croatia could throw at them. Free kick taken by Arlin Dayeti, square to Jim City, wide to Mario Mitai. Infield to Ilba Ramadani. Wide he goes again. Aslani linking it well with Bahrami. Bahrami gets away from a couple of challenges. Finds Aslani again. Nice ball over the top as Bahrami continues his run. This is better from Albania. Can they get the cross in from the left wing? Bahrami trying to take on his man, and his man, David Vivian, stood him up really well and made a really impressive tackle. The man who plays in Bilbao, winning just his third cap this evening, but really impressing thus far for Luis de la Fuente's men. And Albania have possession once more. They're trying their luck down the right hand side this time. Trying to juggle it is Kazim Lassi, with not much space to work into, and he's done well to win a throw-in. Seeing a shot of the Spanish bench, who is an unbelievable amount of talent on it. Nico Williams has been one of the players in the tournament thus far. Pedri as well has grabbed an assist. The history maker Lamine Yamal, all in very good spirits. Throw-in taken and ball launched forward by Ivan Baliu, but Spain win it back towards the edge of their own area. Dani Olmo is upended by Christian Aslani. Free kick for Spain. 10 yards or so inside their own half, wide on the Spain left wing. Free kick taken back to the two centre-backs, who just play a rather gentle 1-2. Laporte forward now. It's worked its way to Merino. Quickly out to Mikel Oyarzabal, and his cross is deflected out by Ivan Baliu. It will be Spain's first corner of the evening. 25 minutes gone. They're looking for their second goal of the evening without reply. Dani Olmo getting prepared to take this corner. It's going to be a left-footed outswinger from the left wing. Laporte, Oyarzabal, Osalu all making their presence felt in the box. Over it comes now into a dangerous area. It's headed up in the air and it's just punched away, not particularly convincingly, by Strakosha. It's just enough in the end. And Jesus Navas picks it up in the middle of the park now for Spain. He links up with Martin Zubimendi. Ford getting back into position, receives the ball now on the halfway line. Spain so quick to back into their positions again, and Albania can't deal with them. Another ball forward into Olmo, he chips the ball into the box. It evades everybody. Out wide on the left this time is Ferran Torres. He's switched wings for now. Ball in field, Zubimendi plays it square to Vivian. Out wide to the left again with Grimaldo. Ferran Torres curls the crossover, and it curls inward towards Thomas Strakosha. It's a rather comfortable catch. Ferran Torres slaps one hand against the other in frustration there. He knows he had time and space to pick out a better ball in than that. That's the thing about crossing with your right foot from the left hand side. It does tend to curl in towards the goalkeeper. Baliu gets tackled by Ferran Torres trying to make amends. Ball ricochets off the goal scorer. Throw into Albania midway inside their own territory. Remanai, the intended target on the halfway line. He can't win the ball cleanly, but Albania have got themselves another throw-in with this one 10 yards inside the Spanish half. And on that right-hand side, Baliu to take once more, right in front of the Spanish manager, De La Puente. Poor throw-in in the end. Manai went down and Laporte was able to win the ball very comfortably, and he just uses his knee to propel the ball forward up to the halfway line. Rather unorthodox, but it did its job very well. A little bit of head tennis in the middle, no one able to bring the ball down, and then a good touch by Merino. He looks out wide to Oyarzábal. Oyarzábal can't bring it down, and it's cleared away by Mario Mitai, who is in a good position to cover. And in fact, Mitai's deflection, clearance I should say, was deflected out of play. Albania will have themselves that throw in. They take, they clear their lines. And have they find Bakrami? Yes, they have. Bakrami running down the left wing, gets held up, waits for some support. He arrives in the form of Lassi. Now Mario Mitai just thumps the ball cross field to Ivan Baliu. He's working in tandem now with Yasir Asani, who's been forced back into his own half. To lay the ball up to Alind Ayeti. Ilba Ramadani also got his back to goal. No option but to use the goalkeeper Thomas Strakosha, but a better clearance from him this time. Finds Bakrami out wide on the left. Nice ball in field to Kazim Lassi, who's broken the lines briefly. Bakrami again. Ramadani also working well with Ayeti. Ivan Baliu turns on the halfway line, plays it back to the centre-back, who's played all 3 matches from the start, has had a few of his compatriots at this tournament. Ball slipped through to Bakrami. Ramadani receives it from Aslani. Aslani again now, Mario Mitai getting forward. Tries to find Lassi, and Lassi, the ball's just behind him. Kind of bounced away from him off his heels as he went to try and take the ball forward into the penalty area, but Albania recover. Baliu has it. Wide to Asani, who comes in off the right wing, and his cross is, to say the least, it's overhit. To say it's merely overhit is a bit of an understatement. It's gone into rosette almost. It will just be a goal kick for David Raya to take. David Raya, in fact, making his debut. The last time these two teams met, that was back in March 2022. Played the whole match that day. A 2-1 win in Barcelona. Ferran Torres on the score sheet that day, breaking the deadlock, in fact. Mirtu Uzuni equalised for Albania. He's not in the squad this summer. And then Dani Olmo, who got the assist today, scored the winning goal for Spain that day. So I think Albania are quite sick of the sight of Torres and Olmo. Long ball forward, played in the direction of Ray Mitai, is turned away by Vivian. In fact, Albania are probably sick of the sight of Spain in general. They've met 8 times in their history, and Spain have won all 8 by an aggregate score of 31-3. We can make that 32-3 now, but there's still a long way to go in this one. We've just hit the 31-minute mark. Ball thrown in towards Ray Manai, and he's just been bundled off the ball by Daniel Vivian, claiming a penalty on the edge of the area, but again the referee not interested. Spain now playing it out from the back. Mendy has to turn back to his goalkeeper David Raya. Before making his debut, Raya was pretty much unknown in Spain. Moved to England when he was quite young, playing non-league football in his early days, before getting his move to Brentford, where of course Thomas Strakosha is now part of the goalkeeping department. David Raya, 16 clean sheets in the Premier League this season for Arsenal in just 32 appearances. His side are coming forward again now down the left-hand side with Oyarzabal. This cross is not the best, turned away by Albania, who are unable to break out. And Grimaldo picks up possession again. Aymeric Laporte. Sylvinho turns towards the left-hand side. Back again and squares to Vivian. Vivian 20 yards inside the Albanian half. Wide he goes to Navas, who's got plenty of time to put the cross over. Over it comes towards Hosselu. He can't win the header. It's cleared out to the edge of the area. Almost chance of a volley for Grimaldo, but he couldn't meet the ball cleanly. And Spain under a little bit of pressure as they tried to recycle the ball. Give it away. Mikel Oyarzabal passing the ball straight out, and Albania can rest easy again, at least for a moment or two. Ivan Baliu waiting to take a throw in, 12 yards or so inside his own half. Spain 4 wins in a row now after winning 5-0 and 5-1 against Andorra and Northern Ireland respectively in the warm-ups. Albania's 2 warm-up wins against Liechtenstein and Azerbaijan, their only wins in 6 now in 2024. Everything will be forgotten if they were to cause an almighty shock and make a comeback in this game. They're trying their best now by slotting the ball forward from Ramadani to Manai, but Manai can't hold it up, and Spain are on the break now, and Ferran Torres has been played in to the area. He just has to chip the ball in. The angle was too tight for a shot, and it wasn't a bad cross considering there was pretty much nobody to aim at, because he's forced Ivan Baliu to play the ball over his own goal line and out for a corner. Dani Olmo and Ferran Torres having so much joy down that right hand side for Spain. Jesus Navas getting involved on that side as well going forward. Spain preparing to take the corner. It will be Ferran Torres this time from the left hand side. Takes it short to Grimaldo, back to Ferran Torres. Chips it in the direction of Zubimendi, who was waiting outside the area, but it was over him. It was kept alive over on the far side, but the attack has completely broken down, and Olmo has to return the ball to the man all in green this evening, David Raya. The packed Düsseldorf arena is being kept rather quiet at the moment. There's a lot of Albanian support, but they are sat in their seats rather motionless at the moment, and their side haven't had an attempt off target, let alone on target in this game after 35 minutes, so you can understand why they're losing a little bit of enthusiasm. Ball in field from Torres now to Zubimendi towards the back post, looking for Torres, who is arriving. The ball won't quite reach him, but Jesus Navas, ever the industrious one, plays it in. Olmo, can he turn and get the shot away? Gets crowded out, and it has to just be booted behind by Kazim Lassi. Once again, the veteran Jesus Navas, captain this evening, not giving up hope, winning the ball right down by the corner flag when it looked like Albania had snuffed out the danger. He found Dani Olmo at the near post, 6 or 7 yards out. His attempted turn and shot was blocked, and Albania with the ball skittling around, and they just clear it away for a corner, which comes in now towards Strakosha. He just has to punch it away, and it falls to Olmo again, and just kind of stabbed, almost chips the ball towards the back post. It looked like he was going for a shot at first. His little chip was halfway between the post and Mikel Oyarzabal standing at the back post, and the opportunity was gone. Goal kick to be taken by Strakosha, waiting for his men in red ahead of him to get forward. Punts the ball long into Spanish territory. A little bit of a push there but play continues. Dubimendi not punished for colliding with Manai. Albania win the ball back in their own half now. Lassi combined with Aslani over on the left wing. Are in for the red and blacks. Crowd, I can't see the all four sides of the ground at the moment, but from what I can see, it's about 80% Albanian at least. Big Albanian population in Spain, and plenty of them have made the trip over. They want to see their side making history tonight, but it's not happening right now. As Jesus Navas takes a throw from midway inside his own half. A little bit of head tennis inside the Spanish area of the field. It's back with, oh, that could have been very awkward. Ball was played back to David Raya, who then tried to drill his clearance, and it hits the back of Aymeric Laporte, who was just trying to get out of the way. He was innocent, well, he thought he was an innocent bystander and all that, and the ball loops up and right back into the hands of David Raya, who managed to prevent the corner. It wasn't going into the goal. It was going wide, but that could have gone anywhere there. Bit of a let-off for Spain. Let's see how they respond. This is a bit of a wake-up call. They've gone out to the left wing with Grimaldo. His cross is very deep. It's found Ferran Torres. Torres trying to beat Mario Mitai, but Mitai stands his ground very well and comes away with the ball and plays it forward to Nedim Bahrami on the left wing. Bahrami waiting for some support to arrive as he comes in off the wing. But he just took too much time over it really, and the chance was gone. Dubimendi getting back, Dani Olmo as well, covering for Spain. There's just over 6 minutes left of the 90. We barely had any stoppages in this match, thus far at least. And the ball just chips out wide to Spain. It's number 12, Alex Grimaldo. Merino now combining with the centre midfield partner Martin Dubimendi. This new look Spain continuing in the same rich vein of form as the first 11. The only survivor, Aymeric Laporte, on the ball now. Survivor, that is, from the 1-0 win over Italy. Grimaldo and now Merino on the left wing, just tries to chip it towards Grimaldo and continue his run, but it deflects out of play, throw in to Spain, only about 5 yards from the Albania corner flag. To Hoselu, who came out wide to collect. Ball back with Dubimendi. Long pass in field to Vivian. Spain work it from left to right. Navas now back in field with Dubimendi, who's in space, 35 yards out. Slots one through to Merino. He looks first time for Oyarzábal. He's upended outside the area, but play continues. Spain go wide now to Grimaldo. Again gets his head up and goes deep towards the back post and headed over the top. Good effort by Ferran Torres. Ball wasn't going to sit low enough for him. He decided to take the opportunity on himself. That's the second time that Grimaldo has picked him out with a really deep cross to the back post, but a well precisioned one. And he just planted his feet, got his head over the ball, and his header only just went a yard or two over the bar. Good effort by Ferran Torres, who scored the only goal of the game in the 13th minute. And that's the only goal we've seen this evening, because Croatia are still drawing 0-0 with Italy. I think that one we could all have expected to be fairly cagey. 1 point will be enough for Italy, and if there's one side who can work a clean sheet when they desperately need one, it's the Italians. But Croatia love those high pressure situations at tournaments, or at least they do at World Cups. They don't have the best record at the Euros, never winning a Euros knockout match, despite getting to the semi-finals at least of the World Cup on 3 occasions. Albania back in possession, working it back into their own half. Lost to Switzerland and France. They played Euro 2016, their only previous major tournament. A little bit of pressure applied on Strakosha, but he does well to clear the ball, but Spain will come again now. Ferran Torres back to Zubimendi, looking for options ahead of him. Plays the ball nicely out to the left wing. Grimaldo again. Will he go for another deep cross? No, he looks for Hostel in the centre this time, but the ball eventually does break to Ferran Torres. Lovely ball backheeled by Dani Olmo. That's not the first time we've seen a little flick in field from Dani Olmo like that, and it has to be cleared away by Arlind Yeti and out for another Spanish corner. Yeti played 2 matches at Euro 2016, one of the few Albanian survivors in their 2024 squad, and after those 2 defeats to France and Switzerland, they did pick up a win against Romania. It's their only major tournament win, was their only points until the draw with Croatia a few days ago. They've got another corner to defend now. It's played short to Olmo. He tries the cross, and it's blocked. And in the end, Spain have to go all the way back to David Raya, who's midway inside the Spain half. Just plays the ball short as he waits for cover to arrive. Zubimendi picks it up. Where he goes. Vivian turns, comes back to his trusted centre-back partner, Aymeric Laporte. A little bit of a miskick there from Oyarzabal, but it works out well. Mikel Merino finds him again. Now Oyarzabal, that's a better pass that wide. Grimaldo, ball in field and over the top. First time shot there from Mikel Merino. Pass along the floor from Grimaldo out on the left-hand side. They managed to get his foot. Out on the left-hand side. They managed to get his foot under the ball there. Mikel Merino, he was arriving late into the box and nobody picked him up. Mikel Merino, just the 1 goal for him in a Spain shirt, and that was in qualification. He scored against Cyprus at home. 6-0 win for Spain that day. Now we're inside the last minute of the first 45. Arlind Yeti up to Ivan Baliu. Space for him. He gets into Spanish territory, looking down the line, and he picks out Jasir Asari. He's been kept reasonably quiet. Can he have a contribution to this first half in the last minute or so? Jim City now out to Man Bahrami on the right. His cross comes in, but it's beyond a couple of Albanian players, and then the strike comes in late, and an excellent save by David Raya. I think that's the first shot we've seen all half from Albania, and it was Christian Aslani. It looked like the opportunity had gone. Spain ferried the ball from the box, and then infield, Aslani from 25 yards just saw the opportunity present itself. He blasted the ball hard and true with his right foot, and it wasn't the most difficult height for David Raya, but when it was hit with that speed, and having not been tested all half, that was a good save by the goalkeeper. And now Spain, after that wake-up call, are coming forward with Hostel on the left. He works his way into the area and he tries to catch Strakosha out to his near post, but it goes wide. Hostel shouting in frustration as that opportunity goes begging. Ivan Baliu doing well to put him under enough pressure there, but I think Strakosha would have covered his near post. Only 1 minute was signalled at the end of the first half, and we've had 47 seconds of those already. I think Strakosha is just trying to take as much time off the clock. I think he decided to get in and reset ahead of the second half. Header falls the way of Arlind Yeti, and then the referee, Glenn Nieberg, blows his half-time whistle, and Spain in control of this one, despite a late scare with that shot from Christian Aslani. That's all that Albania have really offered in an attacking sense. Ferran Torres breaking the deadlock after a lovely move involving Aymeric Laporte and Ferran Torres. Spain winning again. Nice. Yet to concede a goal in this European Championship. At half-time, it's Albania 0, Spain 1. Join me in 10 minutes time or so for the after a lovely move involving Aymeric Laporte and Ferran Torres. Spain winning again. Albania against Spain on the final day, final evening of UEFA Euro 2024 Group B action. Over in Leipzig, it's still 0-0 between Croatia and Italy. And here in our game, over in Dusseldorf, it is Albania 0, Spain 1. Spain with 10 changes to the lineup that beat Italy by a goal to 0. I'm doing the same to Albania. After Dani Olmo slipped Ferran Torres through in behind the Albania defence, and the Barcelona man coolly dispatched what is his 20th goal for his national side, and just his 44th appearance. A really good goals to game ratio for a man who doesn't always get a look at it. He came off the bench in the first two matches in this Euro campaign. The two teams are just coming out of the tunnel for the second half, and can't see any indication of any changes to be made at half time, which will mean that Albania will continue with Thomas Strakosha in goal. Backcourt of Ivan Baliu, Arlind Ayeti, Berat Jimsiti and Mario Mitai. Jasir Asani, Ilga Ramadani, Hussein Aslani, Kazim Lassi and Nedim Bakrami in midfield, and Raymanai up front on his own. And there is actually going to be one change for Spain, and it's Aymeric Laporte, the only man who began both this game and the Italy game a few nights ago. He is being replaced, and on it instead for his third appearance at Euro 2024 is Robin Lenormand, playing more of an active role than he probably would have anticipated before these championships started. Of course, Laporte missing the opening game against Croatia, which was probably why he was given another 45 minutes this evening, but Robin Lenormand, on having started the first two games, he's going to get a 45-minute run out this evening. Spain are going to be kicking us off. Reminder, they are in their all-yellow away kit with the pale blue and red trim. And Oslu and Dani Olmo are going to be taking kick-off. They are two of the most attacking players in the lineup for Spain. Mikel Oyarzabal and Ferran Torres on the wings, Mikel Merino and Martin Zubimendi in the holding midfield roles. The back four with Lenormand are Alex Grimaldo, Daniel Vivian, and captain for the evening, Jesus Navas, with David Raya of Arsenal in goal this evening in replace of Unai Simon. Unai Simon with 2 clean sheets in the competition so far, rested, and David Raya now halfway to getting his own clean sheet as Spain give a breather to the majority of their first team squad ahead of their last 16 match. They are guaranteed to be playing in Cologne on the 30th, that's Sunday, in the round of 16. There'll be an evening kickoff, 9 PM local time, 8 PM in the UK. The question is who they're going to be facing. They'll be facing one of the teams who finished third in the groups, So all yet to be decided there. At least they know when they will be playing. Spain waiting for the referee's whistle, as am I, as are you, and there finally we are underway again. Possibly to Olmo, and then Olmo back to the heart of defence. He gives Robin Lenormand his first touch of the evening. Back into his own area he goes now. Daniel Vivian on the right hand side of the area as Spain look at things. Right across the 18-yard box again to Lenormand. Now Alex Grimaldo drifting in field, laying the ball back to Lenormand, working well there, and Grimaldo now up to the halfway line. He plays the ball forward to Olmo. Olmo in space. Ahead of him is Ferran Torres, but he uses the man out wide. That's his Navas. Navas in field to Vivendi. Joining the attack now is Daniel Vivian as he plays the ball forward to Grimaldo. Grimaldo, he's got a chance to cross there from the left-hand side, but he plays it out to Oyarzabal instead. Back again to the fullback, Grimaldo drifting in field once again. He's been enjoying getting forward in the opening minute of this second half. Jesus Navas with the ball now. Back to Vivian, 10 yards inside the Albania half. He looks to his left and finds a man in space. One bounce and it's going to be chested down by Oyarzabal. Gets his head up and decides against the cross. He's going to let Grimaldo take it. Oh, and it's flicked just wide. Spectacular effort there by the big man up top, Joselu. The cross from Grimaldo was just behind him, really had to hook his left foot at it from about 10 yards out, almost had his back to goal, twisted his body as he took that shot, and it only just went wide from Joselu. Made his debut so late in his career, just over a year ago. This is his 12th cap, 34 years of age, 5 goals for the national team. And a very, very good start to his career. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was in March 2023 he made his debut. He's won the ball back again. It's been slipped through now by Miguel Merino, and it's just too far ahead of Oyarzabal, who was making the run into the area. Scooped up, not particularly convincingly by Thomas Strakosha, but he does just enough. And it's Albania's turn now to play their way out from the back. We have seen plenty of wing play from Spain, but it's been more of the possession-based football that we've come to associate with them so strongly over the last decade and a half. That's been prevailing. Obviously depends on the opponents. We do have the 8th ranked side up against the 66th this evening. Neither team changing their position when the rankings were updated just a few days ago. Albania do successfully get up to the halfway line now. There's Aslani on the left hand side. Ahead of him is Bahrami. He decides to go in field with Itai. He's in Gym City, wearing the fluorescent captain's armband. Back to Strakosha. His touch a little bit heavy, but just to keep the ball away from Joselu. Out wide to Bahrami again, inside. Now Ramadani switches the play out to the right hand side. Baliu waits for the ball, his pass isn't the best. He gets a second bite, he gives that one away as well. Mikel Merino and Oyarzabal and now Grimaldo all on the left, combining well in field. Now to Olmo into the area. Olmo just tries to feed it through to Joselu, and maybe the better option would be to take the shot on himself. Not the best angle for Olmo, but it was a bit over adventurous trying to pick out Joselu there. And now Albania with a chance to move the ball forward. It's out wide with Jasir Asani cutting in off that right hand side. He's Aslani and he takes the shot. It's blocked at the edge of the area. It's going to be picked up by Ivan Baliu. Asani, now Lassi with his back to goal inside the area, turns, tries to chip the ball towards Manai, but he can't win it up against the strong Spanish defence. And quickly they move the ball forward, and Olmo's going to try his luck from halfway. Drilled the shot almost along the ground there, Olmo, and Strakosha wasn't particularly fussed by that shot, which went a few yards wide. Rather interesting attempt there from Dani Olmo, who got to the halfway line and had no one really to help him out. Ivan has gone in the second half. Still Albania 0, Spain 1, thanks to that Ferran Torres goal in the 13th minute. You're listening live to me, Anthony Thomas, your commentator on the Flash Score app this evening. Thank you one and all, wherever you are in the world, for joining me this evening. Euros after a first round of fixtures, which was all about drama and spectacular goals. Has somewhat seen the goals dry up, but that is quite usual these major tournaments. Once things get a little bit cagey and teams are trying to work out what they need and all the permutations involved. For Albania, it's simple. They need to try and turn this game around if they have any hopes of progressing to the last 16. Spain have won themselves a free kick, and Sylvinho, the Albania manager, was not happy with the call there, and he has received a yellow card there from the referee. And in fact, he's the first man into the book for the whole game, Sylvinho. So that his side were alive, proud and ambitious. Still are alive in this game. Certainly they can be proud of their efforts in what was an incredibly tough group. And let's just see how ambitious they still are. And they do come forward now with Bahrami up to the halfway line, moves it out wide, picked up well by Jasir Asani. Infield he comes now, trying to get away from Oyarzabal. Puts the crossover, but it's a bit too deep for the men in the middle. Headed away by Jesus Navas. But loose, a couple of touches there from Spain, and they've given Albania the chance again to come forward. Aslani in field, nowhere really for Bahrami to work forward with the ball. Back to the halfway line now, Albania come. Ayeti linking up with Asani. Ayeti again 10-15 yards inside his own half. No other option but to use Brentford goalkeeper Strakosha to the right hand side. The Albania left hand side, I should say. Spanish right hand side he goes. It's kept alive by Mario Mitai. City now combining. Mitai again up to the halfway line. A little touch into Bahrami from Kazim Lassi. Play in the middle of the park by Albania. Now the ball over the top, looking for Manai. It won't quite reach him. And a nice couple of one-touch passes. Spain relieve the pressure and get up to the halfway line. Now there's a little bit more controlled from the men in yellow. 8 minutes gone in the second half. After a VAR review, Croatia have been awarded a penalty, and Luka Modric is preparing to take that one. So it's all happening in the other game over in Leipzig. I'll let you know what happens there. You can stay with us here for this one, Albania against Spain. With Spain still leading by 1-0. Daniel Vivian on the ball. Now David Raya. A little bit of a hospital pass for Martin Zubimendi, but he does well with it. And the penalty is being missed. Luka Modric has his efforts saved by Gianluigi Donnarumma, and it remains 0-0. Oh, and are Spain going to get a better opportunity than that to go through? Donnarumma showed his penalty saving expertise in the final 3 years ago. He's up to his old tricks again to deny Luka Modric. It's their fellow Balkan side Albania on the ball here in Dusseldorf. All in field now, cut out by Zubimendi. He looks for Torres, but stepping in well there with Jim City, continues his run forward. Now the ball's being worked out to Bahrami. Bahrani coming into the area off the left wing, and he just runs into a bit too much trouble in the end. Dani Olmo doing well to get back and help out. And now, from the rebound, it wasn't over, the drama. I'd seen the update about Donnarumma making the save, but little did I know that Modric was there on hand to turn the rebound home, and it is indeed, after all that, Croatia 1, Italy 0. Donnarumma making the save, but Modric is on hand to turn it home. So it is Croatia 1, Italy 0. That means Croatia are in second place in the group at the moment with 4 points. They're going through as things stand. Italy will be on 3 points at -1. That will take them above Hungary at least. So they would still stand a decent chance of going for. That's a better pass that way. Grimaldo. Ball in field and over the top. First time shot there from Mikel Merino. Pass along the floor. Tournament will go any further than tonight if results stay the same, of course. Long time things change. We just hit the 56-minute mark. You haven't missed anything in Dusseldorf. Spain in possession in their own half of the field. They work it up to the halfway line now on the left-hand side with Grimaldo. Now into Merino. He takes a tumble, but referee plays advantage. Worked out wide to Jesus Navas on the right-hand side. Navas gets his head up, puts a crossover, and it's just beyond the men in the area. Hoselu goes down claiming a penalty. Once again, the referee not interested in calls from strikers in this game. Albania clear, looking for Manai, but he's had a really tough afternoon, evening I should say, working up front on his own. He's not the tallest, and he's just being bullied off the ball at every opportunity, and the opportunities are coming few and far between. Spain have just drifted the ball over to the left-hand side with Oyarzabal. Back in field now, the two centre-backs. They're Normand and Vivian linking up 10 yards inside Albanian territory. Short pass forward to Zubimendi. Merino, Lenormand. Now Grimaldo and Oyarzabal on the left-hand side. Spain just going through the gears. Wide from Merino. As it stands, Spain on 9 points, Croatia 4, Italy 3, Albania with just the 1. Merino wide again. Drilled cross towards the near post. Olmo was there, he couldn't get clean contact on it, then he just lofts the ball into the area. Ferran Torres is underneath it. Where's it going to land? It stays in play. Albania booted away. Another chance gone there for Spain, who are looking to try and wrap up 3 more points in this group and be the first team to pick up a maximum from this group stage. We're seeing a little replay of Hoslu going down. I think it was the right call from the referee, and I was talking about Ray Manai having a tough evening. Well, his evening is over after 58 minutes. He's been taken off, and it's Armando Broja, the Chelsea man, who had a uneventful loan spell at Fulham in the second half of the season. He's come on for the final 32 minutes of this game. It was he who was playing up front on his own against Italy, and he didn't have much joy up against the Italian defenders that night. Manai came in for the game against Croatia, but it's been a similar afternoon, and on comes the man born in Slough in Berkshire, playing for Albania. Maybe he can make a difference, but his side have got more defending to do. Spain are again attacking down that left-hand side. Lovely link-up play. Cross comes over, headed away well by Jim City. Dani Olmo trying to keep it alive at the edge of the area, can't bring the ball down and cleared away. Brojo trying to get involved, but the ball just thumps forward, and it's caught by Strakosha. As Lenormand just put his foot through that one and said no to Armando Brojo, you're not going to bring that one down and try and run from inside your own half. Poor pass infield there from Mario Mita. He gives the ball away to Mikel Merino. On the right hand side now, Spain having a little bit of joy with Torres and Merino, but they run into trouble in the end. Ball infield to Lassi, but he's been well tackled by Jesus Navas. Martin Zubimendi rides a couple of challenges. Spain, they're just going through the gears there, just waiting for that opportunity to present itself. This has been a revival of tiki-taka in some senses. In the first hour of this game, Spain controlling possession as they didn't in the first two games. Dani Olmo now. Oyarzabal and Grimaldo. Olmo once more. Robin Lenormand, not the tallest of centre-backs. Good with his feet as well as any Spanish player should be. As the game was continuing, the referee just seemed to stop it for a substitution, as if he wasn't bothered to wait for the ball to go out of play. I'm not really sure what the decision was made for there, but it's going to be the first Spanish change, the second Spanish change I should say, first of the second half, after Lenormand came on at half time. And Mikel Oyarzabal is being withdrawn. Positive evening for the right winger, and it's another man who is going to be playing his first football of the tournament. And it's the Barcelona man, Fermín López. Number 25. Positive season for Barcelona for him. Worked his way into contention. And he's getting just under half an hour this evening. Albania tried to build an attack down the left wing, but Bahrami stood in an offside position when he collected a header from Christian Aslani. Seeing another replay of Sylvinho getting booked for some reason, I'm not really sure why. He seems to just be having a conversation with the fourth official. It might be one of his assistants who's been booked, in fact. Perhaps not. The replays being very inconclusive. I'm not really sure why UEFA are showing us them again. They learned absolutely nothing from that. 62 minutes on the clock, and what I can tell you is that it's still Albania 0, Spain 1. Spain are in possession inside their own box. Back with Raya now. Very comfortable with the ball at his feet all evening. He's only tested once, and that was on the stroke of half time from a fierce Christian Aslani shot, which he dealt with well. Lenormand and Vivian now, just playing it from side to side, midway inside their own half. No hurry at all, and Albania aren't really putting Spain under enough pressure here. They were playing in a similar fashion against Italy when they were a goal behind. Did have chances right at the end, Albania. They'll hope for similar again. They took one of their late chances, of course, against Croatia, so they don't really know when they're beaten. The only question is, why can't they try and put the opposition defenders under pressure a little bit too early? Armando Broja comes deep to collect, and he's won his side a free kick. Good work by the Chelsea man. Free kick for Albania on the right hand side, only about 15 yards inside Spanish territory, and it's not exactly on the wing, so it's a difficult angle for Christian Aslani to work with. He just plays it over the top to Broja, takes it quickly. Broja with the shot first time. Great save by David Raya, my apologies. Armando Broja was left there by the Spanish defence. They didn't pick him up that time, just waited for the bounce of the ball. Perfectly weighted ball forward from Aslani, and good turn and hit on the half volley. But Raya got his hands up quickly to bat that one away. Great chance for Albania. I was just saying they don't know when they're beaten. Well, that was their best chance of the whole game, you feel. And is that going to spur them on? Picked up around the halfway line by Ayeti. Over the top. Ball breaks for Albania briefly. And now they found Aslani. Aslani's going to take a shot on from 25 yards, and it deflects out of play off Daniel Vivian. It's gone out for a corner. Albania having their best period of the whole game. Asllani getting over, and now the Albanian fans up on their feet again, cheering on their side. It's going to be an in-swinging corner from Asllani. Over it comes now. It's overhit somewhat, and Ayeti has to go and chase it. He is going to be able to keep it in right down by the opposite corner flag. Plays the ball back, and the chance has really gone. It's with Mario Mitai, about 10 yards inside the Spanish half in the central area. Gone back out wide to Asllani on the left. Nice ball forward from him to Bahrami, trying to take on Jesus Navas. Down by the corner flag, the original corner flag from where the corner was taken now. 1-2 between him and Jim City, who stayed forward. Bahrami trying to take on Navas again. He's gone down, and the referee just puts his hands out to say no. And in fact, he's going to book Nedim Bahrami for diving. I think he was losing his footing there, and just as a last resort threw himself on the ground. Just took a bit of a stumble. Navas put a foot out, and I think, in fact, Bahrami can feel a little bit hard done by there, because there was a little bit of contact. Navas on Bahrami as he stuck his foot out. The two kiss and make up. And it's still Croatia 1, Italy 0 over in Leipzig. They're in the 67th minute there. We're in the 67th minute here as well. And after the free kick was taken long in the direction of Hoslu, foul committed. And a free kick now for Albania. Armando Broja, really good attempt. Spain just caught asleep there. A quick free kick taken by Asllani. It was one of those ones that sits up so nicely on the half volley for Broja to take a strike with his right foot from a good 10-15 yards out. Bit of a heavy touch there, and Broja was almost in again. Spain just need to wake up at the back, and Broja has stayed down. I think he's hurt after that challenge. Albania continuing to come forward with the ball. I think they're going to stop the attack now. Bahrami in field now to number 20, Ilba Ramadani. And now the play does stop, and Broja seems to be in a lot of discomfort holding his knee. I think just another impact injury. Hopefully there he'll be okay. It's been a little bit sloppy, and Lenormand had to be at full stretch to stop Armando Broja going clean through on goal. Just got something of the ball before catching Broja on the knee. No foul. Although, good question that Lenormand wasn't in control of his movements. Then I think it was more just a 50-50 challenge between Broja and Lenormand, and Broja came off worse, but he is up and moving again, so we're all okay in terms of Albanian striker reinforcements. 22 minutes to go in the 90. Albania are preparing another couple of substitutions. The ball is in play at the moment. Bahrami just sends one over the top for Broja to chase, but is headed back comfortably by Robin Lenormand, another man who plays for a club in the Basque Country, Real Sociedad. Mikel Merino, his club teammate, on the field as well. Alex Ramiro, the third choice goalkeeper, and also Martin Zubimendi, who's on the field, and of course Mikel Oyarzabal. So a huge contingent from Real Sociedad, and a few Athletic Club players in the squad as well. Huge Basque Country representation. And a cross-come shot really fired in by Asani. No problem for David Raya, who bowls it out wide to Alex Grimaldo, who's nearly up to the halfway line. Just checks his run. Ball gets played in field. Daniel Olmo wide. And on the right-hand side, plenty of space, is Ferran Torres. He's got Jesus Navas out wide. Has come Daniel Vivian playing as a makeshift left winger. And it was the number 26, Arvia Hoxha, and also the number 16, Medon Berisha. Berisha playing in the tournament for the first time. He's getting 20 minutes of Euro 2024 action. And there's going to be a couple of changes for Spain as well. and they're going to be taking off the goal scorer. It's the end of the evening for Ferran Torres, who's continued his great goal scoring record for Spain, and replacing him is that man Lamine Yamal, the record goals, the youngest player, I should say, in European Championship history. So Ferran Torres off, Lamine Yamal on, and also coming off is Joselu. 71 minutes of action for him in this tournament after being unused in the first two games, and it is Alvaro Morata, the most capped and highest scorer in this Spanish squad, who has come on to replace him. Scored the opening goal for Spain in the really comfortable 3-0 win for Croatia. He's got just under 20 minutes to see if he can add to his record, and Spain now with the ball have worked it out wide to Lamine Yamal. What's he going to do with his first touches? He's going to try and take on his man, and he gets past Mitai and then plays the ball in towards Fermin Lopez. Lopez can't take it in his stride. Ball back out wide to Navas. He gets bundled off the ball, and Albania trying to get it clear, and a foul by Fermin Lopez in the middle of the Albanian half, and that's where that attack does indeed finally break down. Spain win it back again though, and they try to feed one through to Morata. It won't quite run for him. For his first involvement in this game after coming on for Joselu. Oh, and now the attack breaks down. It's end-to-end stuff at the moment. Neither side really able to get a grip on proceedings at the moment. Just 17 minutes to go, and that was a poor pass from one of the new men, Armando Broja. It was behind Jasir Hassani. It went out of play. Spain now with Martin Zubimendi, just trying to slow proceedings down and regain control of the ball. Play back to Normand. Zubimendi again, a real calming presence in midfield. Ronaldo as well, here another man who's impressed so far. Still one goal can change everything. Spain want to make sure of victory and the full complement of points. Switch out wide to Morata, who's playing as a left winger at the moment. Morata cuts inside, looks for Merino, finds him. He just steps away well from Aslani. Played out wide now to Fermin Lopez. Morata again. And now Lenormand, 5 yards inside the Albania half, and his ball looking for Lamine Yamal on the right wing is a little bit too adventurous. It's behind him and out of play. Well overhit as well. That's the first mistake that Lenormand has made in this game. Albania throw to Broja. 2 men around him immediately. He has one inside, another throw. He's going to work hard in the next quarter of an hour or so. Another throw in goes towards him, but he loses out this time. 3 Spanish bodies around him so quickly. Really isn't being given a sniff at the moment, Armando Broja. Lenormand's back into his own half at the moment, just trapping the ball under his feet. Spain will be moving the ball around. Wide it goes to Navas on the right hand side, back in field. Zubimendi thinks about the ball over the top, goes back to Navas instead, and then Navas just stabs one out of play. He was looking for Lamine Yamal, but lost his bearing somewhat there. Spanish fans in the crowd, enjoying their evening thus far. They will want more goals to cheer. Maybe something will happen now as Lamine Yamal links up with Morata. Yamal's ball in field. It's found its way to Morata, who tries a shot from close range, and it's gone out of play. He was offside anyway, Alvaro Morata. The shot came in from one of the new men, Fermin Lopez. Tried his luck first time. It wasn't the best effort, and Alvaro Morata was able to control the shot, turn on it and take his own strike on goal, which was saved by Srikoša, but Morata well offside. Now Albania's turn to come forward. It's Arba Hoxha. Plays the pass along the edge of the area, but well cut out by the covering Spanish defence, and they are releasing Yamal at every possible opportunity. Up to the halfway line he comes. Nice ball in field to Fermin Lopez. Fermin Lopez 25 yards out, takes a shot with his left foot and it just ricochets a couple of times. It's safely gathered by the goalkeeper. Albania having to push forward now, and they're coming forward quickly with Hoxha again, who's impressing from the left hand side. Just tries to feed one through to Broja, but he's been forced out wide. Back to Asllani, thinks about the shot, then does take it with his left foot, and it's gone just wide. Oh, Asllani knows how to hit them, and he knows he could have done better with that one. 20 plus yards out. It would have had to be some strike to beat the goalkeeper David Raya from there. But he's definitely got it in his locker. Just drifting away past Raya's left-hand post. Raya wasn't particularly close to it, diving a full stretch. Opportunities for Albania, who will be hoping that Italy can do them a favour. And it's still Croatia 1, Italy 0. 1 goal apiece in either game. Finely balanced as we enter the last 12 and a bit minutes of this game. Albania not giving up. They're coming forward with Hoxha again, who's looked so lively after coming on. Hoxha, infield to Broja with his back to goal 20 yards out. Lays it up to Asllani. Infield, oh, the shot comes in, is blocked, or deflected I should say. It was Medin Berisha with the effort. And David Raya was able to scamper across his 6-yard box. 2 deflections, one off Merino, one of their Normans. He was taking it away from Raya's goal now for a corner. Raya quickly across to prevent it. Spain will want to make sure of victory. They've got to keep pressing because Albania are going to come at them now. Subimendi forward, lovely little chest forward by Morata, and he's given plenty of space for Spain to roam into. Coming in now is Grimaldo. Grimaldo out wide, the shot comes in from Dani Olmo and it's deflected away and out for a corner. That was much more direct from Spain, and they look so dangerous. Excellent little chest control there from Morata, who was able to swivel his body and play the ball perfectly into the path of Alex Grimaldo. Shot at the end from Olmo wasn't the best, but it's a corner for Spain, and the plastic cups are raining down. It's been a feature of this tournament, unfortunately. Stewart's not really able to do anything about it, and unfortunately it is just empty plastic cups, so not too much trouble for Grimaldo, who takes the corner, and it's towards Alvaro Morata at the near post, but his header goes over the top. Just over 10 minutes to go in this one. Albania lost the first ever meeting between these two teams in 1986 by 2-1. The most recent defeat also 2-1. And those are the 2 best results ever against Spain. So a third defeat by just the odd goal will equal their best ever performance against the Spanish. Their heaviest defeat, 9-0 in 1990. It's their heaviest ever competitive defeat. That's a Euro 92 qualifier. But just a point against Spain will be just reward for a fantastic performance they've put in over this whole championship. No one really gave them a prayer. And they've got more defending to do because Gamal is coming forward off the right wing. Just lays it back to Merino. He cuts inside. Fermin Lopez still industrious at the back. Albania trying to clear their lines. They've won themselves a free kick inside their own half. Subimendi mistiming his challenge, and there will be another change for Albania, and it's the end of the evening for Jasir Asani, and it looks like he won't be able to fire a 30-yard rocket into the top corner in the finals as he did once or twice in qualifying. He's been replaced for the final 9 minutes of this game by Ernest Mushi. All over the top, safely gathered by Raya as Mushi comes on. He plays for Besiktas. Just one substitute appearance before today. He's getting a few more minutes in his legs. Wearing cap number 11. Scored 3 goals. So still could provide a threat. His goals though have come against the Faroe Islands, Bulgaria and Liechtenstein. So this is a completely different kettle of fish in the final 8 and a bit minutes of this game. But he could make himself a national hero. It's now Jesus Navas coming forward for Spain, having gathered the ball from David Raya. Wide to Lamine Yamal, drifting in field, brought down, and he did get up and he wanted to continue, but the referee gave him a free kick. Takes it quickly, short to Zubimendi. He goes square to Alex Grimaldo. Dani Olmo over on the far side now. Switched from the right hand side over to that left wing. Normans, he pushed back slightly, but he's got the outlet in Daniel Vivian. Over the top he goes, looking for Yamal. Excellent first time touch. Is he going to be in here? Oh, he tries to play it across, and the opportunity for the shot there was on for Lamine Yamal. He took the much more dangerous and difficult option of the ball square, and now it's Albania pouring forward with Aslan. He gets to the edge of the area, wide he goes to Hodja. Hodja trying to take on Jesus Navas, comes in field and then blasts the ball miles and miles over the top. It's impressive how he managed to get that shot so far from the goal. Oh, Hodja, he's done well. He was a bright spark for Albania coming on against Italy. But he came on against Croatia as well. Oh, Lamine Yamal, he was through on goal there, cutting in off the right wing. He just tried to square it to Morata when it looks so much easier to just go straight through on goal and take a shot. Perhaps he's lost a little bit of confidence in front of goal. It's the end of the evening as well for Dani Olmo. He comes off, he grabs himself an assist this evening. Gets a pat on the back from Luis de la Fuente, and replacing him is Villarreal's Alex Baena. Baena scoring on his debut in qualifying against Cyprus. Got just under 20 minutes against Italy. Not going to get so many this evening. 6 minutes to go in the game. Another match where it's difficult to know what to expect. Spain already through. Albania having to try and come out and attack. Lots of changes for the Spanish side. It's this kind of game, it could have ended 0-0, it could have been 5-4, you never really know. It's just for Breuer.